And downsides of the future, I mean, I guess you don't want to see closed metaverses or closed AIs or closed anything.
I mean, I would say that the closed metaverse, as we had spoken a few years ago, seems to have already sort of, when you look at what happened to Facebook, I think is a perfect illustration how closed metaverses simply can't work that well.
Right.
Part of the reason is because of the economic opportunities that take place in an open metaverse. You can't compete, right? I mean, the take rate of a platform and the cost of gas is single-digit percentages of the value you generate. Why would you ever sort of share half of your value or 2/3 of your value to a platform? But the reason that the platform has to charge that, because remember, Facebook is paying billions of dollars a year to keep the system going, is because they have to recreate an entire infrastructure that basically blockchain has already built, right? And the Web3 infrastructure is not maintained by a single entity that has to tax you. It's maintained by the entire community in a capitalist framework, I would add, right, in terms of the reward mechanism, that sustains a system where we all contribute to its network. So when you pay gas, you're keeping the network alive and you're maintaining the health of the network where every user pays. I mean, imagine, again, if you look at Instagram and Facebook, and if we're willing to pay a small fee for each transaction we do there, its business model will change. For starters, we wouldn't have advertising, for instance. Right. We'd have completely different business models, which is exactly what we're seeing in the Web3 paradigm. So that's one. But I think the bigger worry to me at this point wouldn't be about the closed metaverse, because I think that sort of is starting to look very obvious if you look at what happened to Meta. To me, I think if you were to put out a concern is, the closed systems are, the AI is building on, for instance, is that we don't know what's inside those systems. And we don't fully understand it, right? And these aren't open enough for us to sort of build on top of. To me, the paradigm of the digital property rights feeding into these AIs isn't something that can only be solved technologically. I do think they need to be solved in a kind of governmental regulatory framework, because this is even more important to make sort of digital property rights as real as physical property rights, not because smart contracts and blockchain can prove it, but also that it is in law, right? And I think this is the part where I think we need to sort of evolve quicker, because AI is feeding all of this information and we have no way of tracking it, at least to the external person. But I would also say, I go back to this early thing. As you know, I'm an optimist, right? Clearly. In the earlier conversation, sort of, I mentioned how when there's a problem in technology finds a way to solve itself towards these problems, right? In the way that Web 2 and Web 3 and blockchain, that kind of stuff happen in other areas of technology. I think the same will happen. If there's an AI that's abusive, a new AI will emerge that will kind of solve it, or have another framework that will do that. And it won't solve it because the AI becomes sentient and says, oh, we need to solve this. It solves it because we as people want to solve it. We as humans don't want the world to go under. We don't want chaos. We want to help others, right? At the end of the day, we exist in a cordial fashion. Maybe there's a few bad actors, or maybe you get greedy because you have too much power, but broadly speaking, society is put together not because of a military force that says behave, but because we as people socially want to be, for simply the survival of our species, are driven by a cordial manner that basically ensures our survival to make things positive and better for everyone, I think. And as a result, when there is a negative thing that happens, an antidote will come that will be technological in its approach, but will be because humans want it to happen, not because we want sort of a nihilistic future in which we all sort of terminate. But that's what nobody wants.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. Hey, do you want to profit from crypto? Then join my DeFi Academy. The Crypto DeFi Academy will help you create generational wealth. But don't take my word for it. Listen to my students.
When I first got into crypto, I remember thinking to myself, I need to learn more. Brian Rose, learning crypto, learning DeFi, gotta do it.
I am so grateful that I jumped in and did this. I had to break through some limiting beliefs that I can do this, that I can afford this, that I can be in this.
It challenges the things that are deeply rooted within us.
Joining DeFi Academy has been one of the best decisions I have made on my blockchain journey.
This course was a life changer, a game changer, a huge eye-opener, coming from knowing practically nothing at the speed of the learning over 4 weeks was just fantastic.
The information you provided in this class was invaluable.
I feel far more confident in my next steps.
You took complex concepts and made them easier to understand.
What's different than so many other ones is it just doesn't tell you what to do. It actually makes you do it.
This is for people who are serious about becoming traders. This is the way it should be done.
I realized from this learning experience again that it is not about what you learn, but about who you learn it from.
The energy was insane. I've never experienced such incredible energy on a live call. Brian Rose, you are a legend, my friend.
It's the only thing in the market where you can get all information and learn everything what you need to know.
Everything is so clear and so well done, and I am just forever grateful for this program.
It made me feel so much more confident about crypto than I did before.
I did not anticipate how passionate I was going to become about it.
This course has been like a big learning experience for me, not just in the crypto space, but just in overall balance of life.
What I've learned is, how to take ownership, of my life in a way that I really hadn't before.
Yeah, you can't put a price on that, really.
I would recommend it to anybody, top notch.
Excellence does not come cheap. So if you want excellence, you got to pay for it, but it's so worth it.
Pull the trigger. That's what this course is about.
You're not going to regret it, really. It's amazing.
Thank you, Brian and team.
So what are you waiting for? Crypto is happening now. Click the link below, submit your application, and let me mentor you on how to create generational wealth and build the decentralized financial infrastructure of the future.